Okay, guys, good morning. This is Maggie, your fearless marketing coach. A couple of days ago, I hopped online very briefly to introduce you to the concept of bulletproof brand. And even though it was quick and dirty, some people really love the idea. And I have also promised that I'm going to develop it further and tell more about this. So I wanted to discuss with you guys today. The title that I have put into this streaming is I don't have a bulletproof brand. So what shall I do? And I would like to start with the moment where the bulletproof brand, no, actually not the bulletproof, sorry, not the bulletproof brand concept was born, but the bulletproofness concept was born. And here again, one of my dogs was initiating this, because maybe some of you read my post from yesterday when I was sharing that he needed a very special training, as he was one of the just a collection of fears and unhealthy behaviors that in the beginning I didn't know what to do, but in the course of the time I learned how to work with him, how to build him. And the concept that I followed was really called building a bulletproof dog, which didn't mean really to build a dog which is avoiding the gunfight or avoiding the bullets, really, but building the dog consciously that can not only survive, but can really feel well in everyday situations that up to now made him scared, triggered the fear in him, and triggered also the chain of different reactions, behaviors that we didn't want to. And to tell you the truth, in the very beginning, I was not really confident. I wasn't sure that this whole training will be working because my dog was really pessimist. Being pessimist and being a dog means that you basically anticipate that whenever you leave the safe environment, which is our home and our garden, every situation outside calls for his reaction, and every situation will turn into negative situation to him. So it means that he needs to be all the time in the alert mode and put his antennas on, basically searching for any bad situation on the horizon. Bad in his opinion, obviously. So what we needed to do, we needed to show him that actually not all situations that he sees on the horizon turn into the negative outcome. And slowly but surely, he realized that there are some situations, people, dogs, that can actually turn into the positive experience to him. In the beginning, he was really he was acting with a huge reserve, but after some time and support from my side, support from my husband's side, and later also support from our other dog's side, Rudy decided to step into this situation. So he despite he was fearful, and despite he was still anticipating that something bad might happen to him, he decided um, to give it a try. So he wanted to risk. Uh, and altogether, I think we are working with him like this for 3 years already. And right now, I have only two situations which still trigger the emotions, but do not trigger the behavior. And that's our runners. When we see the runner approaching us from front, then he already is preparing to chase the runner, or to at least to bark at him really heavily to repel the runner. And the bicycles are also difficult. But the situation right now um, looks like when he spots the runner or the biker, he comes to me, approaches to me, looks at me, and I say some calming words like, there is nothing to worry. I see that. Thank you very much. I ask him to sit, or immediately, depending of the energy which is around, I ask him to, or he asks me actually to put him on leash. So he is waiting on the leash or waiting next to me, so that the situation which is triggering his emotions passes basically. And in many cases, he's also able to simply be next to me, and I feed him with small pieces of meat or treat. So something good is happening, even though the biker, the ugly biker is there. Something good is happening to him. And that is tremendous change. And why I'm sharing this with you, because that is the process of building a bulletproof brand too. The bulletproof brand, in my opinion, is the brand that is such an extraordinary collection of values and attributes and other elements that I will be explaining in a minute, that this extraordinary collection survives any circumstance, any apocalypse, any external situation. So regardless what is happening outside, this brand survives, this brand thrives, and this brand develops further. And I think that we are right now living in the time when everybody dreams about such a brand. The brand is definitely not a logo, or not certainly not only the logo. It's not a company name. Today, you can actually brand very special. You can brand ideas, you can brand concepts, you can brand people. In the past, the branding was really limited to products and later to services. But nowadays, the branding is spread to many more areas. Um, the branding is really made to to stand out from the crowd of other similar maybe products or similar services, um, and it gives the ability to recognize you and your brand in the crowd of other offerings. And today I don't want really to speak about how to build your logo or how to build your brand, but I would like to concentrate on this bulletproof element of building the brand. And It really develops the minute your brand and all the attributes of that brand um, stay in a connection with your mindset, with who you are, with how you would like to come across in the external world, and is all these elements are connected with your personality, with your authentic personality. And why is that? I would like to answer this on the energetic level. People react to our energetic pole. I mean, I'm sure that any of you already found himself in the situation where you just enter the room or you meet the person for the first time, and it is as if you would know her or him for ages. There are like no, I don't want to say boundaries, but there are no barriers. Yes, there are no barriers between you. You just speak freely. There is no stress. You share common topic, common interest. The personalities are similar. Your sense of humor is similar. You simply fall in love with with one with each other. I think that's the expression. You fall in love with each other, and it doesn't have to be romantic relationship. It could be beginning of a nice acquaintance or a friendship. And with other people, you just approach them and you feel this icy barrier. You don't want to get around them, yet you have to, because they are either your clients or your members of your family, or well, you know, whoever you need to get into the interaction on that particular moment. But still, your gut feel tells you this is not good interaction, or this is not good. This is not good energy around you, simply. So what happens is that when you create your brand and you pour basically all your personality, your likes and dislikes, your aesthetic view, your creative ideas, your likes and dislikes, your brand in the end reflects and should reflect who you are, what you stand for, what you fight for, what is your why in your life. And the smart business owners build their brands exactly that way. So everything that the brand stands for, all the attributes, all the colors of the brand, logo, graphic elements of the brand, the values of the brand, the way the brand communicates with the external world, all these elements represent who the brand owner is. And if you are a service provider, you are a coach, you are a consultant, you are expert, then actually you, even if you have your logo, or if you don't, I would like to say that your name and your family name is already representing your brand. So even if you have a logo, you still have your other personal brand that stands for who you are. And actually, the beauty of building the bulletproof brand is to combine these two things and making sure that they correspond, that they sort of fight in one direction. They follow your way of thinking. So for instance, what I'm trying to say, that if you are just in the beginning and you decided that you'd like to go online and create completely new brand for your online activity, which is totally fine. I did exactly the same thing and have now my Maggie's Hub brand for my online activities. It is highly recommended. It is smart to do that. Um, Make sure that all the brand representation sits well with your authenticity and your personality. If you, for instance, order your logo with a designer, really look at it, look at the designs that will be presented to you with your heart open, and have a look which one is making your heart sing, which made you proud, which really resonates with you. Don't um, don't really think about other people, how they react to this, and whether they would appreciate or they would approve, because the bulletproof brand needs to represent who you are, and you personally need to be proud and growing and feeling that you are really um, physically making yourself, your body makes bigger, you straightening yourself when you are looking at your brand, at your brand name, at your colors. The bulletproof brand really starts with your mindset, as it starts with your thoughts, with the way you are thinking about yourself and you are thinking about your clients, your prospects, your even the circumstances around you. The one mantra I would like to share with you in the context of building the bulletproof brand is the mantra that I will tell you in a minute, but especially now, I see that it's not many people who stay positive in the whole virus situation. Um, for instance, if you ask me, for me, not many things really changed. I feel still very comfortable at my home. My um, routine, my daily routine or my weekly routine didn't change at all. What changed is that the fact that my husband is at home and he is working in the room next to my office. So sometimes it creates maybe some noise, but we try to agree who speaks when and who has teleconferences when, so that we don't interfere with each other much. But actually, we both love it because we spend more time, a little bit more time with ourselves, and we enjoy our coffee breaks or tea breaks, and the fact that we can have lunch in our garden, for instance, when it's warm. So for us, it's absolutely beautiful time. And I was working remotely and I was working online for years, so it's okay. I don't feel trapped. I don't feel locked. I don't feel self-isolated. Quite opposite. I feel that this is my time, that I can develop, I can thrive, I can grow. My business is actually growing and I attract more and more customers. So I keep the positive energy and the positive mind. Uh, and what happens is that I pump this positivity into my brand, into my Maggie's Hub brand, into my Maggie Birnacka brand, into the logo, into my energy is around everything that I am in touch with. The touch points, I would like to share the touch points with you. You may have heard the concept of brand touch points, and these are actually all the situations or elements allowing your brand or brand elements to be in any form or shape of interaction with your clients or your prospects. Customer touch point. So actually, graphic representation of that is that the brand is inside, like the sun, and you have around it all the possible touch points, entry points to the brand. It could be your website, it could be the Facebook, it could be the invoice, it could be the customer service line, it could be your course, it could be any communication you keep or you send, you exchange with your client. And the bulletproof brand is really making sure that any of this experience and each and every one of this experience creates really delight for the customers. It's a very, very positive experience. It's a pleasure to have a business with you and to be in touch with your brands for your customers. You basically try to create not only delight, but this wow effect for your customers. And even if you are teeny tiny, smallest service provider, I'm sure you can figure out how to create this wow effect. That could be actually a little homework for you. Think about the ways you can provide your service, not in the right way, but in the extraordinary way, in the way that create this love in your clients and in your prospects, because this is how you create the relationship with your clients. They fall in love with you and you fall in love with them, and together you just march together with this love and with this delight, and they keep coming back to you because they really love working with you. They love who you are, they love your brand, and they love the way you present yourself and you provide your service to them. This is how the bulletproof brand survives. And the mantra I wanted to share with you guys today is, and listen to that, because that turned my perception a little bit upside down. Your circumstances do not matter. Your state of being matters. I will repeat that because this is important. Your circumstances do not matter. Your state of being matters. So again, the mindset, your thoughts, this is creating energy around you. And if you are sending the positive thoughts to yourself, to your business, to your loved ones, to your clients, but really positive thoughts. And it's not like you are thinking one thing and you are doing another one. You have to be in line with, your action need to be in line with your thoughts. And the way you speak, the way you communicate with your external world needs to be in line with your thoughts and with your actions. Then you have a bulletproof brand. Because everything is connected and everything is rooted in who you are and how you would like to come across to the external world with your authentic self, in line with your intuition, in line with your inner self. How about that? This is big, guys. And the minute I started to not only experience that, but to practice that, many things changed in my world. And actually, I really became fearless. I became fierce. Yes, I have here the little paper, the paper sheet with actually words representing fearless and unstoppable. As sometimes I forget English words, so I would like to come across courageous. I would like to come across bold, confident. Um, and this is who I am. It doesn't mean that from time to time um, I feel fearful and I feel lost and I feel inconfident. But nonetheless, I just move forward despite of my fears and despite of this discomfort. Because we love discomfort, we know that discomfort is really the sign where the work needs to be done. So me, Maggie, your fearless marketing coach, tells you that it is, first of all, it is absolutely possible to create bulletproof brand, that the bulletproof brand needs to be in line with needs to be 100% or even 110% in line with who you are and how you would like to position yourself and come across to the world. So all the elements of that brand have to be in line with you, and then you have a bulletproof brand. Let me just check my yeah. One thing about the clients, I was maybe the last note aside. When you are coming across with this fearful, fierce authenticity, you attract the clients that um, actually share the same values. So what happens is that you will be repelling slowly but surely all the clients that come with from the energy point of being needy or being desperate, and you will be attracting those who share basically the same set of values. So they will be in love with you, and you will be falling in love with them. So together you will be sort of accommodating the energy that will be building up additionally um, the bulletproof brand of yourself and bulletproof brand of your client. How beautiful is that? I know that this is a big concept, and maybe for some of you it seems complicated, but it's not. I mean, the moment you understand that everything is connected and everything interacts with everything on the energetic level, and you start act on that, things are really changing. So I wish that you start building your bulletproof brand, working on the attributes of your bulletproof brands with a fearless and unstoppable approach. I'm sure that it will work fine for you. I would like to stop here on with this thought. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day and wonderful weekend. We are meeting again very, very soon. Bye, guys. Much love to you.